Left ramping up criticisms of President Trump's crackdown on the border. But remember when President Obama had this to say in 2014?
We're also a nation of laws. Undocumented workers broke our immigration laws, and I believe that they must be held accountable. If you're a criminal, you'll be deported. If you plan to enter the U.S. illegally, your chances of getting caught and sent back just went up.
Our next guest writing in a new op-ed that this is just one example of why Trump policies are secretly loved by most liberals, even if they won't admit it.
And here to explain it is former NFL star who played with the Vikings, Giants, Eagles, and Cardinals, and founder and CEO of the Brewer Group, Jack Brewer. Jack, good morning to you.
How y'all doing?
Yeah, this great op-ed. I want to get into this, but let's go first to the point of why you believe Trump policies secretly is loved by liberals.
This is an unfortunate reality. You know, liberals will stand against Trump even if it means standing against the things that they deeply believe in. And it's really sad to see the day that we've come to. You know, I really wrote this article because, you know, I'm watching presidential candidates on the Democratic side talking about punishing churches and places that we have faith and bring our spirituality for following the word of God. And I haven't seen one Christian Democrat, not one Christian Democrat, stand against that. And when I watched that, I said, you know what? My obligation as a Christian man in America is to stand up against this and really tell the truth, because I don't believe that my Christian Democratic brothers and sisters really believe that.
Jack, let's go through some of the issues that you pinpoint in particular. Number one, immigration. Talk a little bit about that.
I mean, you look at immigration, obviously we all know that we have a crisis on the border that no one's wanting to talk about. I grew up in Texas, right? And so people are coming across the border, and we have points of our border where there's folks from over 50 countries coming across illegally. And why is this an issue? I wish everyone could come to America, but you have to come here the right way, because all you're doing is you're promoting and allowing these illegal cartels and these rings that are trafficking these young girls that are coming across the border, and it's really sad.
Jack, your second point is ending these endless wars. I want to get to that because it's so much in the news right now. President Trump is taking withering criticism from within his own party on pulling the troops out, the chaos we're seeing play out in Syria. Talk to me about that.
I mean, it really is. For decades, you know, you've heard Democrats talk about ending wars. President Bush was talked about, and I talked about him personally. You got to remember, I've been a Democrat all my life, grew up in a Democratic house. But now you see, you know, President Obama dropped 26,000 bombs in the last year of his presidency. He won the Nobel Peace Prize. And now all of a sudden you got President Trump, who is pulling our troops out, talking about peace, the same things that he ran on about ending these endless wars and bringing our boys back home in a peaceful way. And the Democrats are all over him for it. I mean, it's ridiculous to see how much warmongering is going on in the conversations in our country right now.
And the last two issues we have are criminal justice and pay to play. Why should liberals love Trump's approach to those two things?
I mean, criminal justice reform, mass incarceration is the social justice issue of our time. I mean, this is President Trump's. It's really his signature civil rights movement. And you see, no matter if it's rappers or entertainers, if it's athletes kneeling for criminal justice reform, President Trump is actually the man who passed the law that ended this bill that was written by Joe Biden and promoted by Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton. This is their policy. President Trump ends it. And I know there's a bunch of liberals and Democrats that are happy about that, but they won't say it. They won't give him credit for it. And I think it's ridiculous.
Jack, while we got you, I got to ask you, because you used to play for the Vikings, and my brain's already gone to football Sunday. They take on the Lions today. What do you got for predictions?
Man, they've been playing good. You know, I'm not a big Cousins fan. I didn't think that he's played up to his contract, but I got to say the last 3 weeks since Chicago, he's really looked good. I think the Vikings will pull this one out. As you know, Matt Stafford can throw the ball all over the field. So I hope the boys in purple come and bring one home to Minnesota today. Stafford
had a huge game last week. We'll see this week, and I'm sitting in for Pete Hegseth, who is a big Vikings fan, so I had to ask you. I hope you're right. Thanks, Jack.
Thanks, Jack.
All right, thank you.